Hey, welcome back to the channel. I spared you the time and I installed the lights. First, we put the marker lights on. We just bought these from Amazon. Drilled a 2¼ inch hole and just plopped those in and wired them into the old marker lights. Installed the big lights. Those are super bright. These lights took a little bit more massaging to mount. We had to cut the hole. We had to redirect the hole on the mounts to move them up a little bit. We actually turned the LED light here, that little sign, we flipped that around. We tucked it up in a little further by massaging that bracket. So they sit in there pretty well. Now we're gonna put the hood pins on. In order to do the hood pins, we're gonna have to take the lights back out and take the grill off. I actually want to tuck the grill in a little bit further, so I'm gonna cut some more of this unibody out, and we're gonna try to fit that grill in a little bit further, and then put the hood pins in, put it all back together, and then we're gonna mount the bumper. We're gonna cut some sides off of it and make it a much lighter. If you watched the previous video of me cutting that bumper off our old Blazer, check that video out right here. So we got that bumper off, we got it here. We're gonna start cutting it up, cutting the sides off, and kind of stubbing it, make it a stub bumper. Drill some holes, mount it up, we'll be done. So we got these hood pins that they're like aluminum, they're really light. We'll mount these. I think I already have a spot for them. There's 2 holes here and there that are in the same spot. We'll use the bump stop here, drill a hole, and then the hood should come right down on it. And then we'll drill a hole here, and we'll have a hood pin.
What's that, like your 5th one? Old school.
Well, we got the hood pins on. Oh yeah, real nice. Now we gotta put the grill back together. First we gotta notch this little section out so we can tuck the grill back in a little further. Yeah, we need to change the oil too. You know, the maintenance stuff. That doesn't sound like any fun. We like customizing. But we gotta do maintenance too. Well, my son and I have been grinding this thick old bumper for a couple hours now, it feels like. You gotta see, I think this bumper was probably on like 3 different vehicles. I mean, if you look over here, oh, look how thick that plate is. Yeesh. So I don't have much left. It looks like it was mounted on something else. This is what we cut off slice. So I was just gonna give her the old big old hammer here and see if she comes off. I'm gonna eat you, man. That sucker's so heavy. Well, here we sit. We've cut off about, I don't know, 50 pounds of this bumper. This is one of those projects, you look at it now and you're like, this was way too much work. I should have just cut off the little stinger and just welded a receiver hitch on the front of that. Put the, stinger on that. It would have been done. I'm trying to recycle, reuse, and use the old slice for a Goldie. No more cutting. It's kind of coming together. Tucked in there nice. I can go back probably another 1/2 inch back to tuck the bumper back a little bit further, and then I'd be able to butt weld on the toe point bracket and bring in a piece here and bolt it in off of that and weld on that section as well. So all in all, I think it will work. And that will be a wrap for tonight. I'll see you guys in the morning or a couple seconds, because I gotta go back, get some more cutting wheels. Kind of used a lot. I'm getting excited for this. It's all coming together. Well, here we go. It's a new day for me. Same old challenge of getting the bumper on the front of the Jeep. Get it mounted up here again. I think I got a lot of it trimmed out so it'll fit right in there. Tack weld it and pull the whole bracket out with the bumper, and then do some gusseting here with some scrap iron I have laying around. This is when I had my YJ. I did the frame resto on it, but I only needed to do it in a couple sections. I didn't have to do the whole kit, but it was cheaper for me to buy the whole kit off of eBay than it was to just buy the couple pieces that I needed individually to patch the frame on there. So now we have some leftover scrap. Maybe mount a bumper? And that thing's a lot lighter without all the bumper. And it's not the prettiest here, but kind of need this open in here because I need to put the bolt back in there, so I need to get a wrench in there anyhow. Let me bring you down here. If this will happen today, probably not. Or go get to the scrapyard And I can get a piece to go from here, the front of the bumper, down to the support bracket, and have a little piece tied into here. Have like a little skid plate down here. Punch some holes in there, make it look cool. You know, some dimple dies. Yeah. Clean this up a little bit. But we gotta get going because I got one day to get this ready because we're going to a wheeling event tomorrow. So I better get on it. Let's start welding. Remember, before you start welding, make sure you disconnect the battery. I've been there before. It's a bad deal. When I was doing rock sliders once, I caught a hot wire under the rocker there. And she ran all the way up here. So disconnect that battery. That's your hot tip for today. Hey, I might need the ground. I've heard it welds better with a ground. Weird how that works. Oh, it's so much better. I think that'll be good enough for us to pull the bumper off and do a finish weld and add the brackets on the side. Will the bumper stay up or will the bumper fall? Bum bum bum. Good. And unbolt. Off. Sometimes you just build things too snug. So the new bumper rests inside the unibody here. And the bottom plate is on the bottom for the toe point. So it's kind of sandwiched in here. So I had to wiggle and hammer it out. And I almost forgot, that the radiator is supported with that bottom bracket. So almost broke those pegs off my radiator. That would have been a bad day. So let's get to welding. Hey, old marker light. Almost fits perfectly. Right like that. So I'll do some cutting, drill some holes, and I'm gonna all do this with a couple hours to go because we got to load the Jeep up tomorrow for our wheeling event. So better get after it. was a little difficult to get the bumper back into its original spot when we tack welded it in. I had to use a jack to jack it up, had to use a hammer to hammer it in, so good thing I didn't paint it. By the way, I didn't paint it. You know, it's gold. I wrote Goldie on there, so now it's gold. I don't have time to paint it as we have to load it up. We saved the bumper from slice. So now it has a new home and it will serve its purpose on Goldie. And overall, I kind of dig it. Got the little stinger now, the stinger from Slice. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time. Is it strong enough? Oh yeah! Alright, I gotta get to bed.